Yo, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going back to our restoration videos. We're going to be working on a pair that you guys have seen on the channel before. So today's restoration isn't going to be anything too crazy. It's nothing too in-depth, but it's something that is going to be very useful to you guys since a lot of you guys do have this shoe. And the problem that we're going to be fixing on the shoe is a problem that tends to happen sooner or later when it comes to this model. So if you guys weren't able to guess it already, the shoe that we're going to be working on today is going to be a 2000 pair of Jordan XI Concords. And as always, thank you guys for always rocking with me. Thank you for coming back and watching the videos. If you're new to the channel, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna have more videos for you guys soon. Alright you guys, so as you guys can see here, the shoe is not wearable right now. The soles have completely separated, midsoles, everything. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be icing the soles just a little bit because the owner wants to leave them looking vintage. We're leaving the yellow hues on the uppers, and then we're going to be doing a full re-glue. And this may look bad to a lot of you guys, but for a pair from 2000, this is actually in pretty good condition. There's no cracking on the uppers, there's barely any wear on the soles, and that patent leather is still super shiny. So first thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to get everything separated from the sole and midsole. This is a 20-year-old shoe, so all the glue has dried up. This makes it a lot easier for us. We're just going to pull it apart with our hands. And here are the parts that make up a Jordan 11 sole, guys. We have the midsole, air units, and then the translucent bottom sole. And surprising enough, guys, this carbon fiber foot plate is still intact on the midsole, so we don't have to re-glue it. However, the air units are actually bad, so we're going to be swapping those out. So these are the air units for the Jordan 11s, guys. These tend to go bad over time, and basically you can't find them at any store. No one sells replacement Jordan air units. I've seen a lot of people use different methods to replace these. A lot of people use industrial silicone, and a lot of people use a different insole from a different shoe. We're going to be going with the latter of the two options just because silicone gets messy and I feel like it's not as comfortable. So we're going to be replacing the air units with these soft sole insoles. We're going to be cutting them to size and putting them in. Also, quick backstory for you guys. I used to work at Finish Line through college, and we used to have to push these insoles out the wazoo. We used to get $1 for each of these that we sold, and your boy would pay for food and gas with that insole money. So you guys know the first part of the prep right now. We're going to be using acetone and cotton rounds to clean off any old factory glue. This is going to be the most important part of any type of re-glue. This is going to make sure that the new adhesive that we apply has a clean surface to bond to and won't separate in the future. Another critical step right here, guys, you're going to make sure you clean all the edges where the sole meets the upper, or else you're going to have separation. Now we're going to continue our prep work, guys. We're going to be cleaning up the midsole of any factory glue as well as the uppers. Here's a comparison for you guys between the side where the adhesive is stripped and unstripped. As you guys can see here, this sole is extra yellow, so we're going to try our best to ice these up and leave just a little bit of a yellow tint at the end. So now it's time to sauce things up, guys. We're going to be using our whitening solution as well as our indoor light setup. Right here, guys, we have the insole cut out to size and glued into the midsole. I also added an extra wedge in the heel so it matches the cushioning of the air units. And now while we wait for the soles to ice up, we're going to start laying our adhesive on the parts that we can lay, which is going to be the midsole and the uppers. Next step is going to be more prep work, guys. We're going to be laying down some painter's tape to prevent any adhesive from getting on the patent leather. Alright guys, now we're going to be applying our adhesive to the upper. We're going to go with a thin layer because we're going to be applying a second layer during the bonding process. And this is going to be our third 24-hour icing session, guys. After the first one, we always tape up the rubber so that it doesn't lose track. And this is going to be the end product of our icing session, guys. This is after the fourth 24-hour session. Translucent soles tend to take a lot longer, especially if you're using an indoor method. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys think this looks 100 times better than what it was before. Alright guys, now that all the pieces are prepped and ready to go, it is time to build. Here we go, guys. We're going to start bonding the outsole to the midsole. It's a very simple step. All you do is heat up both parts and start bonding from heel to toe. And make sure that you guys are lining up everything correctly. Make sure there's no gaps and that everything is flush. Alright y'all, now we've gone to the hardest part of the restoration, which is going to be bonding the midsole to the uppers. I always found this part to be the hardest because it takes a little bit of finesse to be able to line up the midsole with the patent leather cut. How I do it is I tape off the uppers where I'm going to be applying glue. I go heel first and then the toe cap. The reason that we bond the heel and the toe cap first is that it keeps the shoe aligned and keeps it from moving around. So you apply your adhesive to where you're going to be bonding it, let it cure for about 10 minutes, heat it up, and then line it up and bond it. So after you've done the heel and the toe cap, guys, just work your way all around the shoe doing the exact same process. To clean these, we're going to be using Rejuvenator because it has those natural oils to bring back the shine on that patent leather. We're going to be using a soft bristle brush on the patent leather so that we don't scratch it, a regular bristle brush on the mesh, and then a stiff bristle brush on the soles. And as always, y'all, here comes that daily dose of ASMR. And that's going to do it for today's restoration, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around. Here comes the B-roll of the end product. Alright you guys, that's gonna wrap up today's restoration on these 2000 Concords right here. These are now 100% wearable and are gonna be good for the next 20 years to come. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Jordan 11s are a pretty hard shoe to work on. So if you guys are restoring your Jordan 11s at home, don't get discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. I know for me, it took about 2 to 3 tries for me to line everything up correctly. It looks like I'm doing a restoration in 13 minutes because that's all I'm showing you guys. But in reality, one restoration takes about a week or so. That's all trial and error too. I do things wrong the first time too, so I have to go back, re-prep, and it's very time consuming. I know in the videos that everything seems so straightforward, everything seems easy. So guys, every shoe is different. It's all dependent on how the person wore them, how they took care of them. So don't get discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. Especially with Jordans, older shoes, vintage shoes, raw materials tend to expand. So over time, all the materials are shaped differently, especially if it's been off the sole. This can cause problems when you're trying to restore a pair of shoes, when you're trying to re-glue a pair of shoes. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out for you the first time, guys. Just keep working at it and everything's gonna be all good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was very fun to make. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about today's restoration, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.